Oi, get out of it!
It's like one of the... I'm never wearing long pants in these things, and so the amount of just like straight nutsack shots I've got, it's actually ridiculous. I have to edit around it sometimes, and I don't take enough shots to edit around it. Yeah, I'm sure, well, you're an actor, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Who laid it out? Okay, just rip an intro real quick. We have to be out of a podcast, you know, do the things, carry on. Today's guest, this week's guest, Anthony Crum, otherwise known as Crum. Let's fucking go, baby.
Let's go.
Okay, straight into it. How scary was it when William Montgomery was like a tiger about to pounce on your ass?
Not that scary. He was just trying to do a bit. Like, I feel like he's good at those weird... What the hell? Like, yeah, he's like real... That's his vibe, right?
Yeah, he turns it on thick and fast.
Yeah.
And so what was the most intimidating part about the Kill Tony situation then? As the only New Zealander that's ever been on it.
Really? Have I been the only New Zealander who's been on it?
That anyone knows of. I think it's probably pretty reliable to say that.
It was at the Vulcan.
Yeah.
And we were like... It was... The show wasn't what it is now, right?
I mean, still though, it was like... What? It's been running for 15 years. You might have jumped on the 13th year kind of thing.
Yeah, I was there for a month. I signed up like 4 times. I think it was the 4th time that I got on. And up until that point, the show had been like about comedians talking to comedians.
Yeah. And so when you got on, did you think that was the case? Is that how it felt? Because watching
it felt slightly different. Like, it felt slightly different. Like, the show was starting to become more about...
entertainment?
Something else, yeah.
Yeah.
But when it first started in the Comedy Store, right, like, it was just about open micers. They would always be like, move the mic stand. They would always say things like, cut the fat on that joke, talk about yourself. They would always say things like, what's something only you can talk about that.
Yeah.
And I feel like they give less advice to comedians now, and they more just... want you to be...
Yeah, because it's like you'll catch a guest like Jimmy Carr on there, and then all of a sudden the advice is coming back out again.
Yeah. Because he's from like an old version of the show where that's what the show's about.
Yeah.
Which I like that version of the show.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Because even like when people are screaming like, oh, who likes it when people do bad on the show? It's like, no, that sucks. I hate that part.
I hate that part, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I hate it unless afterwards he goes, that sucked there, maybe you could try this instead.
Yeah, well now all of a sudden it's not just someone bombing for a minute and then being bad at an interview.
But I think that's the tension of the show. They're trying to do that. Weirdly, there was like an episode recently where Tony like kind of clocked back into that, where he got really mad at people who were signing up for the first time and not preparing. Because I get mad at that too.
Oh yeah, I've been noticing that.
We were standing in like the pen or whatever where all the comedians were standing.
And so did you have to buy a ticket to the show to sign up?
Nah. You turn up before the show, you're in a line, there's like an Austin lady who works for the production, I guess, going down the line and taking your name, and they put those names go in the bucket. I think you write your name, your Instagram handle, and something else, and then they take your phones off you, zip lock them. We were at the Vulcan, so we were just standing in these weird little pens watching the show. But I think it's different now, like they're across the street or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't imagine they've still got people's phone, all their phones, all at once.
Knows? Yeah. But, yeah, and then every time somebody went on stage and said, oh, it's my first time, you could just feel all the comedians being like, fuck you, fuck you, cunt, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yo, because you feel that enough up here when you see someone like just never progressing and taking up spots, but let alone something as valuable as that.
Me off.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because they don't understand... Oh, God.
Because even when you hear people be like, I've watched it for ages, blah, 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 but then these are the still people pulling the, oh, this is my first time jobbies.
Pisses me off.
I know, it's like, oh, you clearly haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
Otherwise you'd know you're the problem.
Yeah. And then the show becomes about them being shed on, and then there's parts that are funny, but the whole time you're thinking, get a comic on, get anybody who's a comic on, please.
So what was it like being in America then? Because you're there for 4 weeks in Austin.
Yeah. And 3 weeks in Austin, and then I did like half a week in LA.
And so what were you doing in Austin while you were there? What was the go? Was it just gigging as much as possible?
During the pandemic, I started comedy right before the pandemic, and then the pandemic happened, and I was like, fuck, I can't do stand-up comedy. So all I did was listen to Kill Tony.
Yeah.
because at least then you got advice. I could write and be like, oh, maybe there's too much fat on this gag, I should cut that. But I mean, I was only like a year in or whatever.
Did you perform at all during lockdown?
Yeah, those Zoom.
Really?
Did you do the Zoom ones?
I was 15. Yeah.
So there was Zoom meetings. There were like Zoom meetings, and like people would leave their mics off, and you would laugh, and they'd be like in Vietnam, and it'd be like, be fucking weird, dude.
How does that work? You just sign up for that on the internet? Just
sign up for the internet. You have a set. Like, it's just like this, but except on Zoom. It's fucking weird.
And since it's on Zoom, it's the rest of the world.
Yeah, so you'd have people coming from Vietnam. Like, there was a open mic kind of run by a guy in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And so...
A Vietnamese guy?
No, he wasn't Vietnamese. He was a guy living in Vietnam who worked for the government, and he was like American, and all his jokes were real bleak and dark and weird and bombed, if you can call it a bomb in that.
Yeah, what's a good Zoom show like?
I don't even know, dude. You get some laughs? I don't even fucking know. It was hard. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna when we get out of lockdown, I'm just gonna book a ticket to Austin and try do stand up. And so I hadn't been doing it very long.
Really?
I'd only been doing it for like, I mean, half a year, because if you count lockdown.
Yeah, but you could barely.
Yeah. So.
Oh, well, that makes it seem 10 times more impressive than
It was hard because I'd just been writing. And then I think I did a few gigs right after, and then I left. But obviously I was writing New Zealand stuff, and I was like, what's going to work in America? And
so you were hitting open mics in America?
Yeah, I tried to, but they're like real late. Like the scene was like, a lot of comics had moved there, and they're living in their cars, and they'd be going up late at night. So like I'd get like a 2 a.m. or like a 1 a.m. slot.
How many comedians on these open mics?
It's got to be like 40.
Reckon.
And they just like kind of like start at like,
and just keep going.
Yeah, and then just keep going. And sometimes doing I think 3 minutes or 2 or 3 minutes. And so that was a real bad gig. I was on a real bad. And then I did a real good gig in LA, which was a bucket pool show.
Oh, cool. Whereabouts was that? Like cool kind of bar, kind of a bit of an actual venue. Flappers.
Yeah. Do you know Flappers?
No, of course not.
Flappers, the Comedy Store and Flappers are sort of like where a lot of comics in LA do, but they have an open mic in there.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And it was more of a legitimate situation.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, sick. Oh, South is good. Because then what is... No, it's just weird to hear someone... obviously, it was ages ago, so LA wasn't less depressing. Well, was it less depressing?
I really liked the comedians I saw in LA. I was like, oh my God, you're amazing, and you're an open micer. This is crazy. But then the comedians I saw in Austin who are open micers sometimes would go up on stage and just be offensive. It feels like in America they're trying to say the most topical joke about the most offensive... Whatever's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to get famous on whatever the wave is, because that's a way that you can get famous. I feel like there's a culture of that at the Comedy Store, and there's a culture of that in American comedy in general. It's like, let's go see Chris Rock. Opinions on the war.
A lot more social commentary.
Yeah. And so that seems to be the style of dudes who look like me. But I didn't know that, so I came in. I did well because I came in and I didn't know that. And so that immediately made me more different. Yeah. And difference in comedy, I feel like, is way more interesting.
Yes, and it's almost hard. Yeah. Because do you reckon that's a situation of you didn't know the rules and so you didn't know what to break or what to follow?
Yeah. I think so. I think there were a few comedians there that I really loved, and I think they're now working at like Casey Rocket. I saw Casey Rocket at open mics, and I was like, yeah, that's so not anyone else. Yeah, like he's so different to everybody else.
Yeah, try replicate it, you'll run out of energy.
There seems like there's like a lot of that people pick a comedian and they like kind of think they go, oh, that's comedy, and they do the worst.
Do you not feel yourself emulating a comedian while you, obviously you're whatever, like 6 years deep, maybe not anymore, but like when you're starting, surely?
Yeah, for sure. Guy Montgomery, who else? I mean, everybody. Taylor Tomlinson, I really like Taylor. You like Taylor Tomlinson?
Yeah. Her last special was so freaking good.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But like, if you start sounding like them, then you're probably in danger, right? Yeah. Like there was a guy recently who started like 2 years ago who was on the open mic scene, in New Zealand, and he sounded exactly like Mark Normand. Like, he had the same intonation, and like the jokes were sort of like a similar thing. And when he went on stage, you were like, oh, that's Mark Normand.
Yes.
First time I've ever seen that in New Zealand, where somebody's like really copying.
One of the first times I was at the Classic, maybe one of the second times, I was up there with Kenneth, and I was just doing Shane Gillis hands to the 210. Oh my god.
It's annoying that he's fucking got this.
I know. And I got called out for it appropriately by Kenneth and Elliot, which was good. I needed to. But even now I'll catch myself. Like, there's like one joke, every time I say it, all I can think is Mark Norman.
Yeah, right.
And every time I say another joke, same vibes. Or like lately I've been listening to those bloody interviews David's been doing. And so even currently just like writing jokes as in like with Ursula in my head talking.
Yeah, right.
Kind of thing. But
Is that a good thing, do you think?
I wouldn't call it a terrible thing because I'm not going to go out and say it like these people.
Yeah.
But, and like, because even James McCann, he's so abstract. The amount of times I watch too much of him and then start writing a joke how he would do it.
But I feel like, I mean, God, Tony's special was, I hated that special.
Which one?
His recent special?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, it sucks.
Yeah.
I can't get through it. It's like, there's no joke. Sometimes there's no jokes. It's just like, I'm going to say a thing that is the most
offensive thing possible. Like,
yeah, like, maybe it's the cultural difference, but I'm like, there's no wittiness, there's no like cleverness, there's no rug pulling, there's no joke.
Because that was like with his, like he did that weird thing on X. When he did the Puerto Rico stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then he filmed like a 40-minute thing and posted it on X.
Yeah.
And it was that.
It was bad.
It was just him explaining it as if like,
so that makes it hard now to watch Kill Tony and be like, oh, it's going to be hard to listen to his advice because he's actually so good on the show. Eh? Like, he's such a good MC. He's so good at quips and like setting things up. But then when you see his stand up, you're like, fuck. He did this thing. I saw him live. He did this thing where he comes out to Darth Vader music.
Of course.
And that kind of sets him up to be like a villain. I think he, like in an Anthony Jeselnik way. He feels like a guy who wants to be Anthony Jeselnik. Or
MMA, not MMA, WWE Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah. Or what's the other guy? The dark kind of comedian. In LA. Tosh.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it feels like he wants to be Tosh or something.
Well, I can't imagine, like, Tosh was probably popping off as he was a gremlin at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I don't know. It sucks. It sucks. Which is hard because...
But it's kind of... would it not be similar to how, like, Joe Rogan is whatever, this kind of...
Dude, that dude sucks too.
Exactly.
He sucks at stand-up comedy.
Yeah. And so everyone thinks he's shit at comedy, but at least he's kind of facilitating the good comedians to carry on.
I know. But as a stand-up comedian, aren't you like a little sad?
Oh, I mean, give the famous guy the famous guy stuff. Who cares? Carry on with life.
Yeah, true. Who's your favourite comedian?
Me,
Who's your top five? Who's your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, so like it'd be like Tom Segura, James McCann, freaking I don't know. I've been put on the spot all of a sudden, and it's making it harder.
No, go.
Nick Kappa.
You're filtering yourself.
Nick Kappa. I'm just trying to remember the ones that I actually like watching.
Don't know who that is.
Oh, he's a crazy Australian guy. He's the man.
Okay.
Well, if I chill out for 3 seconds and stop putting pressure on myself to think. What was the best special I watched recently? There's so many good YouTube ones, and there's so many, like even all those don't tells. Like I don't remember these people's names, but there's almost like you can't miss with one of those don't tell things.
What's a don't tell?
Don't tell comedy special, like 10-minute sets on YouTube. Oh, they're so good. So many of them are so diabolically good.
Oh, really?
I saw one the other day. I rewatched it, even still just as good. It was I can't remember the lady's name, but it was talking about like the thumbnail was like grey hair versus fupa or whatever. And it was just this married lady just popping off, and it was so fucking good. And it was
fuck.
And because obviously there's so many good comedians that nobody knows who the hell they are. And so someone is finding them and being like, yo, this is the go.
Yeah.
Tune them up kind of thing.
Yeah, so many good comedians in the world, eh? That's what's depressing about the that show when you first started listening to it in LA? Kill Tony?
Oh yeah.
Right. It's like when you were listening to it, because I was listening to it episode after episode, like
Yeah.
or on lockdown or whatever. And you get the sense of like there's so many comedians in the world. And then but you also get the same sense of like, wow, a lot of them suck.
Yeah, a lot of them suck. But then there's also like more working ones than anyone ever knows, kind of thing.
That's true
Like
too.
I don't know, because you're an actor as profession, and you got the improv stuff, and you could do this. So it's kind of like, which one's your favorite? And if you had to, if one of them had to be the breadwinner, which one would it be? You reckon?
I'd love to write for a comedy show, TV show during the day, do stand up at night, and then on the weekends do improv.
Right.
If I could choose, if I could like design my life. Yeah, because to me, improv is like mates hanging out in a green room. It's the closest you can get to that on stage. Stand up is the closest thing to being like, here are some curated thoughts that are funny. And then acting to me is making something alive that someone else makes. So I feel like acting, I would probably drop if I had to. But then again,
because you hear about the artsy side of acting, like, oh, art this, art that, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, I'm not in that.
Yeah.
Balls deep, at least.
Yeah.
And from my perspective, I would say
comedians are always terrified of acting. I don't know why. I think it's because it's somebody else's words.
well, that's what I'm thinking is it seems like more of a craft than the art situation, because you're almost like a tradesman doing a job for someone else.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, but aren't you as a comedian as well? Like, you're still working for a club, you're working for a promoter, you're working for the audience. Because then obviously the comedy stuff is obviously the craft situation. Like, if it was an art, you would go out there and be like, hey, look at me, look at me. This is right no matter what. You're not thinking about it hard enough. Yeah.
But that's not the case. It's obviously a craft of like, not everything works.
No.
Figure out which ones do.
Yeah.
But just to see people be like, acting. And it's like, oh, look at the actor be so fancy. It was like, the director told him what to do though.
Yeah. And then you get into the comedy who's written by someone else.
Yeah.
So what is that? Then is that just a good actor who's got good material?
Yo.
I don't know.
All too deep, frankly. I think we might have gone too far.
Nah, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And then again, what if you're doing material that you wrote but you don't really relate to anymore?
Yo. So would you say then improv is like the purest form of being funny?
No. Oh. Shit.
Because like, what's better than a good riff that came out of nowhere?
Improv has a buy-in from the audience.
Yeah.
You go to an improv show and the audience knows that you're making it up. So they'll give you more leash. Like we do with friends.
Yeah.
You know how you're real crack up with your mates?
Yeah.
It's hard to compete with how crack up you are with people you like love and hang out with all the time.
Yeah, because I always thought it was just because they know all the context. But also, yeah, you're right. They're giving you room to fuck up.
Yeah. Because they know you're improvising.
Yeah.
So I feel like there are some comedians who give you that vibe, right? Like sometimes, I think I used to call them like balcony comedians. It's like the comedian that all the other comedians go out onto the balcony to like listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know that they're going to be trying something different. They're dangerous. It could go horribly wrong. Whereas we hate comedians who we're like, oh, he's going to do fine. I'm not going to watch. He does okay every time.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the okay comedian.
No, of course not.
You want to be the comedian who's like, this guy might bomb. But also, I've seen him do well, so who knows?
Yeah. It's because when I think of the balcony comedians that I would go watch, it is a situation of like, yes, they're sometimes absolutely undeniable when they're doing their reliable stuff, but then also when they're testing it, they're so committed to the new jokes that they might be saying for the first time that night.
Yeah.
And is that just a sign of a better comedian, or I don't know? Because that's all I'm thinking is the difference.
Do you think that comedians need to go through that to come up with good material? Do you think comedians need to bomb?
Oh, I don't think it's required. Like, you can obviously strike gold. Like,
Do you think comedians will have 100% like out of the park every gig? You know?
Oh no. Well, that's if someone's like a super genius, but no one is.
Yeah, I like I've heard of Jim Carrey walking rooms, and like I've heard of comedians doing badly who everybody loves. So
yeah, but
Shane Gillis talking about bombing all the time.
Oh, exactly. He's the best to hear it from.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's just part of it.
The doing bad was, of course, it's part of it. Like,
Has to be, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I was thinking
But
about.
there are people who bomb graciously, and there are people who bomb not graciously.
Yeah.
And I think as comedians, we fuck with the people who bomb graciously.
Yes, because that's what I was trying to get to, the difference between the balcony comedian and a not balcony comedian.
Yeah.
And maybe they're both equally good comedians. Nah, that can't be the case. It simply can't. No, what are we talking about? We're just going to go watch the good ones that we like to see.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they're the ones throwing the most shit at the wall.
I guess so.
And put it, I don't know, high risk, high reward.
Yeah. You kind of want comedy to feel a little dangerous, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, bro, if I come up to a show and I'm not nervous, I'm more nervous that I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I should be nervous every freaking time. And if I'm not, I know I'm going to do bad.
Yeah.
And so how's the improv then when you rock up with nothing?
Well, you have other people on the stage with you. So that becomes more like theatre. And so you don't have to control everything. You could say a line that bombs and then somebody picks it up or does a punchline to it.
Yep.
So you're working as a team.
And so what did you do first, stand-up or improv?
Stand-up.
Really?
2019 I started, and then improv I started later, yeah.
And so what, how, would you do things like training, when you were trained to be an actor, would you do things like theatre sports and stuff like that?
Nah, I did a few, but I didn't understand it.
Yeah, I was going to say, how similar, I would assume that's pretty similar to improv.
Yeah, theatre sports comes from a guy called Johnstone. I forget his first name, but he was a Canadian guy.
Yeah.
He started improv in the way that theatre sports is taught in Canada.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
You know a lot for a guy that knows not a lot.
Yeah. So he wrote a book called Improv, which is like a big book on improvisation. And I read it, and that's how I got into it.
Oh, yes.
But that's what theatre sports is. There are different types of improv, though. So the other type of improv, there's a Chicago style, which is like Second City, which then became...
Because I've heard of Second City before.
Yeah, which a lot of people went there and then did UCB in New York. Then they were on SNL. So think like Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
Like that's a different type of improv. Again.
Yeah.
So there are different styles. I would say the Chicago style or the New York UCB style, whatever that style is crack up. So like the Key and Peele skits. Have you seen Key and Peele?
Yeah.
That vibe of like, you come out with a premise, who, what, where, and then something funny happens, and then that's repeated a couple of times, and then that's a sketch. I like that improv better.
Yeah.
For funniness. But Johnstone...
What's the difference between the other one then?
The other one's more like story-driven or games. Like they'll have... Like you'll do it at a bar, maybe. You might be like... it's a fucking famous improv game. Party Quirks is a famous improv game. You know from...
Nah.
Have you seen Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of vibe.
Oh, okay,
like where they give you a premise and they go, improvisers come up with something.
Gotcha.
That's more theatre sports.
Yeah. And so what are crowds like at improv shows? Like
Forgiving.
Forgiving, but also numbers wise.
Ready for a party.
How hard is it to like fill a room?
Oh, easy.
Real.
Yeah, I would say like improv is like the left. They're like sort of like the left leaning rooms.
Yeah.
So like they're just out for a party.
Oh, gang.
Yeah, we do a show at 10 p.m. And so the people that we usually get are like
pretty lit.
Yeah, I used to go watch Snort. Do you know what Snort is?
I've heard of it, but no.
Improv troupe. But at 10 o'clock, a lot of their audience, and I went along to it, was like lawyers.
Is that the one that Guy Montgomery was it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So like lawyers, after work, they have a few drinks. That's like the start of their night almost.
Is this at the Covert?
Cat Classic Comedy Bar.
Oh, really?
Oh, sorry. No, basement.
Oh, hey.
A basement in the yeah. So they're rowdy and they're up for like
shit getting weird.
Shit getting weird. Exactly. Yeah. Like characters, voices. Whereas you try that at an open mic, then people, it's harder to get into.
Because have you done a sketch comedy show before, like a planned organised?
Yeah, I did one. It was good. We did it at a classic. It was good.
Was that for the fest or is it?
Nah, it was just like a random one-off kind of.
You just booked it out and did it.
Yeah, it was cool.
But how are you testing these things at a open mic or lineup show kind of thing?
Nah. We
Yeah.
met. We rehearsed. We did a segment where we did like and sometimes you do like a news report, like two reporters on SNL. Yeah. We did one of those where we wrote jokes about the news, and we had two presenters do it.
Yeah.
And then we did sketches that were written by us about whatever. You don't really see that show a lot in New Zealand, but you might see it.
Yeah. Because the only one I can think of is what's it called, like freaking Dangerous Bro or something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I wanted to try it.
And so are you from Auckland or Wellington or?
Whangarei originally, and then moved to Auckland when I was 19.
Real. For university or?
Moved with a girl, broke up, did drama school, came back.
Oh yeah, good effort. La-di-da.
But yeah, have you ever done improv?
No, I've done before finding stand up. The need for attention was always there, always there, and so I think hindsight, I like in school, like talent shows and stuff, and do like somewhat improv sketch shit, which was all very almost like what's the word? I can't remember. Either way.
No, what?
But it was, I just can't think of the right word. It was a weird describing word.
Okay.
But it was me, like, still just trying to be funny. Like, that was all it really was. And doing, like, drama and stuff as much as kind of possible until, you get to high school and all of a sudden it's gay as hell.
Yeah.
And it was like, run away.
Yeah.
Like, my ex, she, I started doing stand-up, and after a while she's like, oh, do you think you wouldn't have done, do you think you'd still do stand-up if your parents didn't split up? I was like, nah, this was, if you were here earlier, this was always going to happen. This isn't that situation. This is
intention. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I started doing stand-up because I graduated to be a drama school, wanted to be an actor, felt like I wasn't getting any work, and I was like, fuck it, I should just do stand-up, because then that's performance that I write. There's no middleman. I write the jokes, I go out on stage.
And so would you call yourself a semi-professional comedian?
Whoa. Yeah.
Or a professional comedian?
I would say semi-professional. I would love to be a professional comedian. Fuck, how good would that be? Yeah?
Exactly. It's too fun to think about.
That would be so fucking cool.
Yeah, it'd be diabolical.
I hate traveling.
Really? I keep talking to people and they are saying the same thing, like they hate the travel part. It was like, I got into it for the traveling part.
I did this gig where I was an MC for a orchestra in Germany.
What the hell?
Really weird gig.
Yeah, clearly.
I think it might have been a tax charge. Anyway.
Get the foreign guy.
But I hated, because it ended up just being hotel room, venue, van to drive to the next. You know, like touring life, I feel like what if you only have a kid? And
yes.
And you see sometimes comedians lament it and you go, oh, how fuck your life so easy. But it is, a lot of the job would be hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Because fucking airplanes and airports.
That is definitely something I worry about, is like they have the kids and you don't want to pull a Bert Kreischer kind of thing.
Nah.
Yeah.
You want to be there for your kid. Or like, at least, that's why I think somewhere like Austin would be cool. Because there's a club, there's a scene in the city.
Infrastructure.
Yeah. You get good. And then maybe once I don't know. I just fucking hate flying, dude. I was on, I think it was last year, I spent like 130 hours on a plane.
Doing what?
Just like physically being on a plane, flying around.
What for?
For the orchestra gig.
Really?
And it was just like, it sucked, dude.
Yeah.
Like fucking being on planes
and
then in airports.
Yeah.
And just, there's only fucking so many podcasts and you're exhausted all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe it was just anyway.
Yeah, because even at university, I'm doing engineering, couldn't be further from the fucking this. But there was a guy there who was like nearly 40, and we're like, what are you doing here, brother? And he's like, oh yeah, I had this mean-ass job doing this, that, and the other, but it was FIFO. And he's just like, yeah, I was getting paid too much money, but I couldn't do it. Get me out of the airports. Can't do an airport.
Yeah, dude. So you got to love stand-up, I guess. You got to love it.
Yeah.
For that to get through that. I mean, it's not insurmountable, but...
Like Kenneth was probably said it the best. He's like, I realised this was a passion when I realised I wouldn't suggest it to a friend.
Yeah, that poor... Yeah, it sucks, man. But there's good parts about it, eh?
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I haven't hung out with a 20-year-old in fucking ages. I hung out with a 27-year-old last weekend, and even he had 2 kids. Everyone else is 30 to 40. So what am I doing with myself?
Yeah, man. That's comedy. Who knows?
Oh, this has been pretty alright then. I've been pretty chuffed to do this with you.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something usable in here.
Sure.
There was definitely a couple lulls, but nothing a little fucking edit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you felt them.
I didn't, but that's great.
Oh, nice. Well, let's go, bro. Cheers for this.
Thank you.
Man.
Cheers.
Inspirational. Nice to meet you for today. Yeah.
Oi, get out of it!